What up, basketball fans? Welcome back to another episode of the Grind Never Stops podcast. This is your co-host Steve again. In this episode, I'll continue the divisional preview of the NBA Northwest. The next team we're talking about is the Denver Nuggets. So they're 47-25, and they lost to the Suns in the second round. The Nuggets basically have size everywhere, especially the front line. But the ironic thing about it is, they didn't win a title last year. Then you have the big man Aaron Gordon. He basically has everything. Yes, he can dunk, folks. And yes, he can shoot threes. But defensive awareness and the free throw strike, really, hold it. Then you have the Nuggets signing Michael Porter Jr. He looks like a winger once you think about it, but he's versatile. They signed him to a huge contract extension. Dude, stay healthy if you're a Nuggets fan. They need you. So they signed him to a huge contract extension, the Nuggets, because he basically has everything, but asleep defensively. And the one thing you never want to do against Michael Porter Jr. is leave him wide open for a three-point shot. You're just asking for a death wish. You make it 99% of the time. Yes, Michael Porter Jr. can play in all five positions. Yes, you can put him in small ball situations too. If you put him at center. The Nuggets don't have a dominant shot blocker because Nikola Jokic has issues defensively. He can't block shots. He has bad defensive awareness. But he can rebound the ball and he has size. And yes, Jokic can pass the ball. And yes, he can shoot threes. Don't leave don't leave this man wide open. Or cash. Then you have Bobo. He's 7'2". Imagine with his long arms and his long legs, his size make it tough to score inside. Look at that. This is why I said know when to take a jump shot because with his long arms, look at that. You're really gonna miss that. You're really gonna miss that shot. But this is very simple. If you're a Nuggets fan, does size actually matter? And most importantly, will they win the title this year? Which is very important. Next team we'll talk about is the Timberwolves. So they are 23-49 last season. A young squad that basically they have everything, but never mind, they have nothing. Then you have the Georgia product Anthony Edwards. He shot 32% from the 3-point line. That's actually bad. But has everything else for a guard. Yes, he can attack the basket, and yes, he's a good defender. You should know this one guy. I know him as a Rockets fan. That's Patrick Beverly, your defensive leader and a difference maker. If you don't know who Patrick Beverly is, he can shoot threes and he's an outstanding all defender. What makes him an outstanding all defender is he's always on you every time. Annoying, right? No wonder Westbrook doesn't like him a lot because he's always on him every time Westbrook has the ball. Meaning it's always when Westbrook is the ball handler, Beverly against Westbrook because he's always on you every time, every possession. Annoying, right? This is very simple. If Patrick Beverly is not on the floor, it'll be the same as last year. Or a bad record. Plug him in on the floor. They'll improve, but below average at best. But they're a rebuilding team. Young team. The next team I talk about is the Blazers. So they are 42 and dirty, and they lost in the opening round to the Denver Nuggets. Gone is Terry Stotts. In is Chauncey Billups. He's made to improve this bad defense, but new on the job as a head coach. Just started becoming the head coach. He's according to Chauncey Billups, it's just beginning. The Blazers are all offense all the time, and especially the backcourt of CJ Collins and Dame time. That's Damian Lillard. All threes come from the starting backcourt, McCollum and Lillard. One thing you don't want to do against Dame Lillard is leave him that wide open because he makes it 99% of the time. And yes, he can make half court shots, heck, even full court shots. He'll make a bad shot, he'll just make it anyway. The problem is they have defensive issues because they give up high percentage shots. I'll give you an example for a high percentage shot. Know when to take a jump shot. Let's say, for example, say the the paint is packed with defenders, right? Say James Harden's wide open for a three. Would you pass to James Harden for a wide open three? Now that's a good shot. Example of a high percentage shot. Getting back to the Blazers, Damon Lillard, he's tired losing in the playoffs through the years as a Blazer. The reason why he's tired of losing the playoffs because as a Blazer is they're bad defensively. But on the boards, they're 12th in the league. That's like above average to average. If you're a Blazers fan, they have to not give up the wide open jumpers, especially the 3-point line. Play some D. The next team we'll talk about is the Oklahoma City Dunder. Last season, they were 22 and 50. A young team that doesn't have a den, they have lots of question marks. Yikes. Two things to look out for the Thunder this year. They are fifth on the glass last year. I believe they should be the same this year. Rebounding. Now remember, folks, if you pound the glass very well, it prevents high-power offenses from scoring buckets, and that plays a factor against the Golden State Warriors, especially Stephen Curry. And yes, he can really run. And then you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, like SGA, because he's hard to pronounce, to tell you the truth. He looks average, but a sleeper player from both ends of the floor. Never doubt the man, because he's the best. He's actually the best go-to guy for Dunder. Leave him wide open on the clutch, he'll make it in. Never doubt the man. Very simple. They're a young team that's rebuilding for the future. Next team to talk about is the Utah Jazz. So they are 52 and 20, and he lost his Clippers in second round. They're just made to shoot threes and play defense. The strength of the Jazz last season is their defense. Now this offseason, they have Hassan Whiteside. Hassan Whiteside is basically a guy, yes, he can block shots, And yes, he can grab boards. He has some pop on the mid range, but free throw shooting, he's decent at best. But through the years, according to his NBA history, he's not that good. But just know about Hassan Whiteside. He's a decent free throw shooter up until now, but but not at best good right now. He just had to prove to me that he's a good free throw shooter. Let's put it this way. So getting back to the Jazz, Rudy Goldberg. He's basically an outstanding shot blocker. And yes, he can grab boards too. The free throw strike, questionable, because he's bad at the free throw line. And yes, he can run, folks, on the fast break. Heck, he'll catch fouls for you. But there's one problem with Rudy Gobert. He has to protect the 3-point line by not being shy. Especially when you face, let's say, for example, Chris Paul. And you not put the hand up against Chris Paul because he'll knock it down. Let's keep it simple. Will they ever win a title under Quinn Snyder? He's the head coach of the Jazz. And most importantly, will he protect the 3-point line? But he's an outstanding rim protector. Rim protectors block shots and preventing people from scoring inside for two. That's what rim protectors do. Your winner of the Central Division, I'm going to go with the Denver Nuggets because they basically have everything. Winning the title is important. And this ends the NBA Northwest Preview Division. I'm Stevie Coles from Grinding Stocks. I'll see you next time. Signing out, basketball fans. Signing out.